Hi guys. Hi. I am Nu-Trix the Synth Guy, and this is my first live on YouTube. Well, today is a special one because today is my wife's birthday, and I don't have time to do a full video and edit and all that stuff, so I'm doing just a live one. And I'm going to answer a question I got about 2-3 weeks ago when I was playing in my Dawless Jam, and somebody was asking, how do you control everything? How do you set up everything so it works? So I'm just going to talk about that topic, that how the whole studio, if we just want to go and see the rest of the gear, okay, all these devices, how they set up so I don't use a computer. So basically, I need a central piece of hardware to receive and send MIDI. I have a MIDI Express XB, actually a MIDI Express XD, which is kind of old in a way, but it still works. Now, if you don't know the MIDI Expresses or the MIDI Time Pieces, there are a bunch of devices made by MOTU, Mark of the Unicorn, and they're basically, in one box, you have more than one MIDI interfaces. So what you have in this one, you have 8 different MIDI interfaces. You have, each of them can have 16 channels, so there's a bunch of things you can do with this. You can either have on, let's say, cable 1, many different devices that use different channels if you use them in through or whatever it is, or on each of them have a different device and have a whole 16 channel for all of them. So that's basically how this works. Now at the back of this you basically have 7, not 8, 7 outputs, and the number 8 output is at the front. So 8 in and out are in the front and the rest are in the back. So it's actually pretty useful because if you put this in a rack, the front one, you can just add a new controller and just play on it as you need it, and just without having to go in the back of the rack and disconnect everything. So you could leave the front one always available. In this case, I connected my sequencer, my Arturia BeatStep Pro, right into the MIDI in at the front, so it becomes the master. Now, when we want to use this without a computer, it is totally self-autonomous. I mean, it has a memory in it, but the problem, oops, oh. I just ripped everything up. Oh, I think it's back. Okay, so hey, that's good. Sorry. Okay, what we have here is that you don't have the option of actually controlling this on the device itself. You just can select different memories. So if you want to program this device, you need the software first in the computer, and you select everything you want in it. So I'm just going to turn, because I don't know how to share the video of my computer to the screen, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like. You have a little screen where you actually see all the different MIDI in and MIDI out, and you patch them. You just say, I want to connect this one to this one, and it basically sends the right port to the right output. So, and then you can save that. And on top of having this, for each of the ports, you can actually reroute stuff. You can say what comes on channel 1, I want it to output on channel 3. You can reroute, you can say what comes in as a volume comes out as a pitch band. You can re-channel, reprocess, if you want, MIDI information. So if you have a device that sends a pitch band but no modulation wheel, whatever it is, you can reconnect, reassign these messages, so it becomes another thing. So it can actually become a controller that actually is able to control the stuff you want. So you can reconfigure the way you want. So it's really powerful. There's many different versions of the MIDI Time Pieces. This one, because it's the Express, is really just you load memories. So you need to do everything in the computer to be able to prepare that before. Well, you need to prepare that beforehand. MIDI Time Pieces, the bigger one, I mean, they're physically the same size, but the one with the more options, have a screen on top. Actually, I have one here. You have a screen, and you can have these knobs, and you can actually go through the device and change all the parameters without a computer. So it becomes really powerful. Well, it's not the best navigation possible because you just have 2 lines of text, but you basically can program everything that you can do in the computer with just this screen and these knobs. So it's really powerful, and I think that if you're looking for stuff where you create without a computer, well, this approach, it doesn't have to be this machining this device, but you will need a central piece of gear that receives MIDI and retransmit to everything. In the case of this one, when you add the computer to that, well, it means that your computer can control 16 channel per cable, and they're different. So if you have let's say a JV2080 that has 16 channel, it will take its own 16 channel. Then you have 2 channel in this one and 1 channel, whatever it is. So it's really powerful, and you can control a lot of devices. So this is what I actually use, and I just go into what they call merge all. So all of the input goes to all of the outputs. So it's really simple, and it means that this one, when I press play, it sends to all the other devices. So I just go manually in each of the device, and I select which channel I want it to respond to. And that's how I do it. So if I need to change something, I will go in the synth or in the beat box, and I will say respond to channel 10 or 9 or 3 or whatever it is. And I will go in all of them separately and activate MIDI sync or not, depending on how I want it to react. So that's it. This is the central part of the studio for the hardware part. I mean, meaning to be able to control all of them, you need some type of message to go between them. And MIDI Time Piece, in my case, is the way to go. Well, it could be something else, but you need something that responds to MIDI and, well, at least reconnect the devices together for MIDI. That's it. See you next time. Cheers. How do I stop this?